everybody, Whiteboard Rick here, and I'm finally getting this done. I had recorded the video a couple nights ago, while I was here, and I just hated the way it came out. I sounded uninterested, I sounded bored, I sounded tired. I mean, I was tired, so it's neither here nor there, but the point is, it just wasn't good enough, and so I scrapped the whole thing, started over, because that's what you do when you're not happy with the results of what you got. Just start from ground zero, or just figure out where you went wrong. Either way, you figure it out, and that's the important part. But I don't want to waste too much of your time. For those of you who know, I am currently rebranding my artist name. I'm moving away from the name White Boy Rick and to the name Untitled Noise. In fact, this process has begun, but we're going to get into that in just a moment. First things first, we need to really get into why I'm doing this, and it's for a multitude of reasons. Some personal, some just for practicality reasons, and other like-minded things, I guess you could say. It doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does. It will in this video. It'll make sense. Just give me a time. The point is, I'm rebranding, and there's reasons behind it. Reason one is because I'm just not a huge fan of the name White Boy Rick. I liked it when I chose the name back in 2018, 7 years ago, nearly 7 years ago. It will be 7 years, and I believe September or October of this year. So it's a ways away still before we get to 7 years. But it's been that long, and it's been 6 years since I started releasing music under the name White Boy Rick. And it wasn't long before I started to not be a fan of the name White Boy Rick. In fact, I wasn't a fan of the name as early as mid-2020, early 2021. That's how long I have not liked my artist name. And many people ask, well, why not change it? And it was because I had this mentality of, well, I've already started and I don't want to lose any progress, so I'm just going to stick with it. It was a dumb idea then, and it's a dumb idea now. My advice to anyone who might be in the same position that I was, just start over. Just do it. You'll thank yourself later on, especially if you can make smarter choices in the future. Hindsight is always going to be 20/20, and that's just a fact. The second reason is because White Boy Rick as a name doesn't really help me at all. Because when you Google me, I don't pop up. Whereas, like, say, Vixel, J. Markwick, Dizzy, other artists I've worked with in the past, when you look up their music, they pop up on Google. But when you look up White Boy Rick, my music isn't the first thing that pops up. It is the real-life White Boy Rick, who is, for obvious reasons, more well-known than I am, and probably would always be more well-known than me if I had just stuck with White Boy Rick. Because you can't really find me when you look me up. You find someone else who doesn't do what I do, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Google's just doing what it's doing, and I can't control Google. And then reason number 3, that is, I feel pigeonholed. Like, when it comes to music I make under the name White Boy Rick, I have always felt this pressure, and it's probably just me being me, putting it on myself, if I'm being completely honest, but there is this pressure that if I'm doing something with White Boy Rick, it needs to be rap focused for the most part. If you pay attention to my catalog, most of it is rap music, and that's because that's what I wanted to make, and I still want to make rap music. I just want to make that very, very clear that that's still where my heart is. But I want to be able to just make the music I want to make, that I'm passionate about. And so, let's get into the rebrand. Now, as I mentioned beforehand, the rebrand has already begun. What I mean by that is, if you look on White Boy Rick, YU is gone. Both the original version and the updated mix. In its place is the Vixel mix as the now definitive version of YU on Untitled Noise, and I'll be linking it in the description below. Anyways, that is what this is all leading to ultimately. And where we go from here is a track, a case file. I have been reworking it, and it's because I've been reworking it is why I didn't make any major changes to YU, because I updated it not long ago and I'm happy with it. So I want to put my effort where it needs to be put, and that is with a track, a case file. Now, I can't give you a date just yet. I'm hoping somewhere around the middle of February, preferably before my birthday, but if it has to come after, it has to. I'll just do what I can. But I'm in the process of revamping it. Now, of the original 6 songs, 3 are going to be gone. I did that wrong, but you know what I mean. 3 of them are going to be gone forever. And much like the song When It's Gone, which has been removed from all streaming platforms, these songs will never be heard from again. And those songs are Funked, Be the Greatest Remix, and Truths. 3 of my worst songs in my personal opinion. There is another song out there that is an absolute train wreck that is also gone forevermore, and I pray to God I never have to hear it again. So the point is, I'm reworking it, and in their stead is going to be some new stuff, some new reworked material, and some new material. Those songs that are being added are The Glory, a single that I'm bringing to this project because I think it totally fits a case file. King, because it's a song that was meant for case file, but I didn't have done in time, so it didn't make the cut and became a single that came out afterwards. And then is a song that I had worked on originally with Vixel and another artist who was also undergoing a rebrand. Not going to say anything more. If you know, you know. I had originally worked on it, and the song is called New Gods. And then after that is the 7th track. That's right, there's going to be 7 tracks on this. And that song is called Killing You Slowly. Now, I'm looking for a feature for it. I have a few people in mind right now, so whoever responds first is going to get it. It is a song that is an industrial rap song, and is my favorite beat that I've ever made, and I think it's fantastic. It's driving. I just got to work on the vocal mix for my vocals at this point, but once I get that feature on there, song's done. And I'm super happy with it. I'm super excited to get it out there. I love the performance I put on it, and I hope you guys like it too. Now, what happens after this? You're going to have to wait and see. Because once I have an official release date for a track, the case file, I will come back to make another video talking about it, but also talking about where we're going next with other releases like Interconnection and a track Damon Grimes. And I'm really excited to talk about all this. So until my next update video, talking about this long and lengthy update process, I'm going to leave it here. But until next time, but not for the last time, White Boy Rick out.